Hey everybody, welcome back, and today I have a review on a palette that I have absolutely been obsessed with lately, and that is if you follow me on Instagram, you know it is the MakeupbyMandy24. Now this is a collaboration with Amanda Steele, who is an amazing young YouTuber here on YouTube, and well, duh, she's a YouTuber. She's on YouTube. And BH Cosmetics. I love BH Cosmetics as it is just because they have a wide variety of products, a lot of them very nice quality products for relatively cheap. And I actually got this palette, let me show it to you, as an alternative for maybe the Naked Basics palette. I was thinking maybe that'll be a cheaper alternative. And let me just start off by saying this palette, I did not expect to like it as much as I do. And it's not really a Naked Basics dupe. It is a wonderful, interesting, unique alternative. And I'm going to go through and do the swatches, and we're going to talk about everything in the packaging. Now, I bought this on Cyber Monday, and I think I paid $11.95 for it. And I think it's originally between $14 and $16. So not very expensive at all in terms of the amount of eyeshadows you get. 6 very generous size eyeshadows and a nice eyeliner. So very reasonably priced. Now, as far as the packaging, let me pull out something. Okay, since we're talking about the Naked Basics. Okay, this has got 6 eyeshadows. This has got 6 eyeshadows. So it is substantially larger and thicker. It is a cardboard packaging, but it's pretty sturdy. It's got a magnetic closure on it, so you do have to open it up. Once you close it, it stays closed. And it does have a very generous mirror. Sorry, I just blinded you. So the packaging isn't stellar. I like it because I tend to like a little bit more of a substantial kind of packaging. So as far as the outside of the palette, I think it's really cute. It's sleek. I like it. And the size of it really doesn't bother me. And on the back, it talks a little bit about Amanda Steele and how she picked the palettes. And it's saying, what it says from soft beige to rich browns and black. It's the perfect go-to palette to take you from everyday casual to sophisticated evening glam, which is what I did in my Fresh Fierce Fabulous tutorial, which I'll link down below. I don't know if that's going to go up before or after this review, but it'll be like right around. So I will link it down below. So just overall, like the packaging, definitely like the price point. Now let's get into the shades. This palette for me is perfect in terms of mattes and shimmers. And the reason why is that you've got 3 basic matte colors. You've got this beautiful cream kind of highlighting color. You've got this just basic black matte and this really pretty camel type brown color. And then you have 3 very beautiful shimmers. You have a more pink toned kind of champagne shimmer. This is just more of a true cream tone shimmer. And then you have this very interesting brown color in the palette. Now this color is like a kind of a grayish brown with almost like a green turn to it. And it has gold glitter in it, gold shimmer in it. It's really, really beautiful. It's probably my favorite in the palette. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna swatch the mattes first and then the shimmer. So we've got the cream there, we have got the matte black there, and then we have got the camel brown. So those are the shades right there. Very, very pigmented. Now, they are not the most buttery feeling shadows. As far as the cream feels really nice. The brown feels really nice. This black has got a little, I don't know, it's almost got, maybe mine just had a hard pan over it. Mine formed a little bit of a hard pan. Black formed a little bit of a hard pan, so it doesn't feel quite as buttery or soft or smooth. So as far as blendability, the camel shade is beautiful, it blends out really well, as so does the cream shade. Now the black shade blends out just fine. You just have to work with it a little bit more. It is not, honestly, it's not the most easily blended out black shade I've ever worked with. But if you do enough layering with the brown shades, with the transition shades, and don't go too heavy-handed with it, it works great. Again, the black shade is really the only one I had any kind of blending issues with. And another thing I wanted to mention is this brown color. Again, it's beautiful, it's blendable, it's very pigmented. The only thing that I have an issue with, and it's not a problem for me at all, it's just I want to mention it. If you're looking for an all-in-one palette, when it comes to a brown shade. This one is beautiful. It's beautiful in the crease. I use it to deepen up my crease, and I love it as a transition color. However, it is a little too warm for my skin tone, and maybe it's not, but just personal preference. I like to tone it down by placing it over a more neutral brown color. So there are several that I use. I use Naked, which one do I use? I'll use Naked 2 from a really light brown color from the Naked Basics palette. I will use some of the lighter browns from the Color Riche, L'Oreal Color Riche Cup of Joe palette, which is a wonderful neutral brown matte quad from the drugstore. Or I'll use Kid, which again is a really light neutral brown color. So I'll bring in one of those to make that brown work better for me. I could do without it. It's just an extra step that I do because I like the effect better. It is definitely not necessary for the palette at all. Now going into the, and that cream shade is just, it's wonderful. I love it. I love it as a highlight. I love it as a lid shade. I just love it. It's great. It's wonderful. All right, so let's move on to the shimmer shades. So again, you have this beautiful kind of pinky champagne color, this beautiful kind of creamy champagne color, and then this very interesting brown color, which again almost turns kind of a greenish brown. It's so pretty. I'm going to swatch these right here. All right. Again, this is that brown color, and you can see where it kind of has that green turn to it. That's the cream champagne, and that's the more pinky champagne. So it is, so again, just really beautiful, pigmented. Have absolutely no problem working with any of these. And you can use these lighter shimmery shades over a base, like something like NYX's Yogurt would be, the jumbo pencil would be beautiful with it. I am just wearing it over my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot today. So I decided not to use any kind of base because I just wanted to show, I don't know if you can see, I'm going to zoom. All right, so I just want to zoom in so you can see them, just how beautiful and shimmery they really are on the eye. Again, love those shimmer shades, and I just think this is a great palette. You've got mattes where you want mattes. You have got shimmer shades where you want shimmers and lid shades. And it's gorgeous. I love it. I think it is an absolute steal. And the palette also comes with the BH liquid eyeliner in black. Now this baby, I have some mixed feelings about. Now this eyeliner is great. It's a very, it comes with a felt tip pen, so it is a felt tip. It is a very black formula, and it dries down very matte. My only problem with this is that, I don't know if you can see how it's bleeding. So it tends to bleed into any fine lines and wrinkles, which is not a good thing if you're older like I am. Also, this pen, I don't know if you can tell, I'm gonna have to just get my hands dirty here. There's not a lot of give to this pen. It is a very stiff felt tip, and it is not very thin. So for me, I don't really use this for my eyeliner just because it makes a very rough, jagged line over my eyes, which, it's just not a look you're going for when you're going for a nice, soft cat eye. It just doesn't work. What I do like to use this liner for, because it is so matte, and it's so long wearing, is once I have my false eyelashes on, I'll take it and I'll just stamp it down over the band to blend it in. Overall, thoughts on this? Go out and buy it. I don't know if you can already tell. I absolutely love this palette. I think it is just amazing, wonderful, and I have never gotten such positive response from looks I've done than I have with this palette. It's just great. I love it. I think it's such a steal. I can't believe more people aren't talking about this palette. So if you're in the market for a good neutral palette, because we all need another one, go out and buy it. It is just, I can't say enough good things about it. I love it. I hope this tutorial was helpful and informative for you. If you're interested in how to get this look and how to get some more glam looks and maybe a cleaner look with this palette, go check out my Fresh Fierce Fabulous with the MakeupbyMandy24 palette. As always, thank you so much for stopping by, taking the time watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys are having an amazing day and a rockin' week, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.